Hi, good morning everybody, and welcome to Mark Bajerski YouTube channel, and welcome to the sunny mountain of Mijas Pueblo and the Pure Energy Healing Academy. It's a beautiful morning here, the sun is shining, the clouds are above the mountains, so it's very beautiful here. The sun's silhouette is incredible. I've actually now started to block out the sun a little bit because on many of the videos it shines so bright on my face. So I just use a few sheets of paper to block the sun out. It's lovely to be here this morning, feeling really blessed, and within our moments of thoughts and feelings there's always some moments where sadness can creep in, and we have to recognise them moments before they take over our thoughts for the full day. What that means is we're always going to have happy thoughts and sad thoughts, because the yin and yang, the positive and negative, the light and dark is always there within us and around us at any given moment. But the choice is whether we choose to focus on the fear or the positivity of life. What's the opposite of fear? I'm not really sure. But if we say happiness or positivity or light, it's there for us to grasp, to choose. Sometimes it's very difficult to grasp that when fear plays such an important part in our life from day to day as a child, as we're growing up. I often say to people, we tend to focus more on the worry and fears and all of the things that have gone wrong rather than all the things that have gone right and all the things that have happened to us that have made us happy. It's almost like they don't mean anything, really. And that is really sad, isn't it, if you think about it? If we really focus on all the blame and all the things that have gone wrong rather than all the amazing things that happen to us from day to day, the health that we have, which is only evident when we find out we've got a terminal illness. So we take for granted all the positivity and the good things in life, and we almost expect negativity to be part of our everyday life, which is really our conditioning rather than anything else. The true guru looks towards the positive and the light, and always solutions and forgiveness and appreciation and gratitude. The people who blame themselves day by day are the ones who stay in that very energy. So that was me for 38 years. Even though I was a happy person, I always looked for blame, and that blame, that looking for the negativity, was something that held me back, and I never realised that until I started to walk a path of my own understanding. You see, everything is within us, everything is around us that we need, everything that is within us that we need. It's always there. It's not something that I believe is a circle of life that it's now your moment, even though you've heard me say it. There's a reason why I say that, and it isn't a negative or a positive manipulation, it's to awaken you. What that means is sometimes we need these awakened moments. It's a bit like, let me have a think. Yeah, it's a bit like cutting the cords, okay? We use certain methods to cut the cords, and you'll say to your friends, oh, I went to Mark and he did a cord cutting and now I feel free. You are free anytime you want to be free. It wasn't that moment, or it was just your acceptance, your belief that now it's finished, it's done. So it's your power, it's your will to make the change that actually makes anything happen. It's not me. Any healer knows that. The only thing we do is help you awaken yourself. So it's kind of like, okay, it's my moment to believe in me now. And you may think it was me, but it wasn't. It was always you. All I was part of your journey of life at that given moment to help you, which many other people did before me. So it's a kind of like, right, when you're ready, you're ready. And what that means is you have to go through the pain and suffering till the moment you say, okay, I felt that, I've done it, now it's time to change. So I never worry about you, I never fear about it. If you come to me and say you've suffered all your life with depression, that means nothing to me. It means that, well, you're nearly ready now to overcome it and conquer it. So depression is just a word. All it is a changing of a chip to you starting to work hard, like going to the gym every day, like eating the correct foods. It's all about you. It's all about whether you are willing to give yourself that encouragement every day, that new way of thinking and feeling to change your life. That's it, really. It's as simple as that. So I made a choice to change my life 13 years ago, and I worked towards that every day. It wasn't a eureka moment that I changed my life and that was it. I had to work at it, and I had to work damn hard, and I fell many times. And I probably, do you know the truth? I probably felt worse in them moments because I was more aware of them. Before, I didn't have a clue, so it didn't mean anything. So when we talk about enlightenment or awakening or all the things that we start to recognize, it's damn hard. It's not easy, but at least we recognize them now, and now it becomes more sensitive. Now I become more empathic towards these things. It becomes, oh gosh, more raw inside, and oh my God, but that's a good thing because you're on your way now. And many people in this world haven't got a clue. And they live their whole life and never get it, and then they go back home and they go, oh, and then they have to come again to start again. So we're the lucky ones, the ones who are in pain and the ones who know what we want to change in our life. We're the lucky ones. But there is no pill, there is no secret formula, there is no step 1, 2, 3 that will change your life. You are the 1, 2, 3 steps. You are the pill, you are the formula. Only you have that power within you, and you always have. So I don't worry when you say that your life can't change and it hasn't changed. I just smile and say, yes, it will. Don't worry. Today's story is a beautiful one because it regards to failure. I was once involved with a lovely soul who wanted me to write a chapter in a book. We became great friends, and I spent many a day and hour helping her and she helping me, and we grew together, and this chapter was going to be all about healing. And amongst other people in the book was the Dalai Lama and many famous people. So I was kind of excited to think that I was going to be writing next to these amazing people. Anyway, the day came when I was in London and I was with a certain lady who was a friend of hers, and I got let down because I found out then and there through a very silly thing that this lady did, and a lot of spiritual people do this. They use spirituality as an excuse, and anyway, I'm not going to go into it, but she said something and I realised instantly that I wasn't in the book anymore, so it was second hand. So I sent her, the person that I was really friends with, a message saying I was really let down. I felt really let down by the way I was told about I wasn't going to be in the book. I felt let down about everything. I felt low. I felt worthless. I felt like I wasn't good enough. And yeah, I've got to admit, I cried quite a lot. And I was walking along the street in Mijas Pueblo. It was dark. I remember it was dark, and as I was walking, I was thinking about all the things that I'd done wrong and all the things that I wasn't good enough, and I was trying to understand why all of this happened, and was I really the person that I thought I was? Is this real? Am I real? Or am I just playing at this? Is this just a game? What do I really believe that I have a message to give? And the tears were rolling, and I wasn't getting any answers. I didn't feel anything. I just thought, well, you know what? I'm going to wallow in this pity. I can feel I am, and I'm walking and wallowing in it. Then next thing, out of nowhere, this big, huge, massive insect lands on my shoulder here, and its face is looking at me, and I absolutely jumped out of my skin. It was a praying mantis. It landed right there, and I just thought, I'm shaking it off. And anyway, I shook it off, and I was walking down the road, and I picked my phone. I took my phone out and typed in, I just had a praying mantis land on my shoulder. My God, and I nearly scared myself to death. A few hours later, I looked at some of the comments, and one comment said, "Mark, do you know what the praying mantis means when it lands on you?" And I went, "No." She said, "Look it up." So I went online and looked it up, and looked at a few different meanings, but one of the old meanings, one of the ancient meanings was, if a praying mantis lands on you, it means that you are a healer and you have something to offer, and you are a voice for the spirit world. Well, I burst into tears. I was crying for ages, and it made me then realise that spirit was there and they were helping me. Although I wish it was just a butterfly. It was quite a scary thing, you know, because I thought they bite, you know, I didn't know. So I was so overjoyed with that, and I was able to let everything go from that moment on. And do you know what? That chapter was then saved for my first book, Diary of an Accidental Psychic, and it fitted perfectly, and it was the perfect chapter for that moment of my life. So all in all, it worked out perfectly, and I wasn't meant to be in that book, and I realised I wasn't, and that's the reason why, because it made the last chapter of my book the most perfect little book that I felt I could have written at that moment with my understanding and knowledge. Of course, my understanding of knowledge of spirituality has grown now over the years that I've written that book, and it was perfect at the time, but my next book that I'm writing is going to have more knowledge and wisdom. As we grow, we learn and we experience. That's part of the journey. And somebody once said to me, oh, I remember writing my first blog and I look back and I cringe, and I said to them, you know what? Don't cringe at your first blog, what you wrote about spirituality. That was your understanding, and people who needed to see that message would have got it and felt it. But we progress. So some people can read your book and feel nothing, and others can feel everything. And those are the people that you should be smiling at and being thankful for. Because I can look at a post and it has no meaning to me, and look at another post and it opens my heart. So there is always good in everything that we do for certain people in this world. There is a saying that you can't please everybody, you know, and that's not what it's about. We're not meant to please everybody. We're meant to heal one soul at a time and help people, and whatever we share, whatever our wisdom is at that moment, whether it be right or wrong, it is what it is at that moment. So my message today is simple to you. Shine your light to the world. Whatever you say and whatever actions you do it with the most love. Because it's not always the words and the wisdom that we share, it's the energy that we give out that heals people. So remember, dear friends, I would prefer you to speak your truth. Un momento! I would prefer for you to speak your truth than copy somebody else's. Be your light, be your truth, and grow like I do every day. From my heart to yours, remember, Spirit loves you, and they're always trying to give you the signs day by day. So today, open your eyes, look out for your signs. They're there all around you. I got mine this morning. I love you with my hand on my heart. Have a beautiful day. Grab this. Till tomorrow, guys. Bye.